A Maryland city is offering remote workers $20,000 to relocate to once booming manufacturing hub. Today on Here's the Scoop. Today's article comes from CBS News and it says at the edge of Appalachia in the Allegheny Mountains, the regulars at Caporali's Bakery almost always leave with their hands full, just like they've done for the last 118 years in the city of Cumberland, Maryland. While Dave Caporelli is the fourth generation to man the counter, his dad Gus still helps out in the back. But over time, the city around their bakery has changed. Once Maryland's second largest community, Cumberland was known as, quote, the Queen City. Hey there. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications. Now, let's get back to the scoop. Its crown lost its luster, though, as the area's three biggest factories all closed within 5 years. It was like a real busy town, and then they started downsizing. One leave and other would leave, and we really got hit by it big time, Gus Caparelli said. When the tire factory began laying off employees in 1978, workers told CBS News they hoped only a small group would be affected. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and the entire plant shuttered soon after. As the companies left town, people did as well. In 1940, the population was nearly 40,000. Today, it's been halved to less than 20,000, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. But now the city is hoping to turn the page. Last year, Mayor Ray Morris announced an attention grabbing offer $20,000 for 10 people willing to move to the city. We're looking for people that were bringing their jobs with them. We're looking for remote workers, Morris has said. Cumberland is one of more than 70 places in the U.S. that have paid people to uproot and move in over the past 5 years, according to MakeMyMove.com. And we're going to come back to that to see the other places as well. University of Maryland professor Evan Starr said the rise of remote work has made payment programs like these possible. If you're a government and you want to bring people to your area, well, before remote work, you had to recruit businesses that were expanding, and it could be difficult, Starr said. He points to a successful pioneer in Tulsa Remote, which has enticed more than 3,000 participants with grants of $10,000 each. The investment has paid off, raising an additional $11 million in new tax revenue, according to the program. They can use that money to spend on schools and other local amenities. They can make a big difference in the area, Starr said. Dave Caporelli is looking for a similar boost in Cumberland and hopes his family bakery could be bustling like it once was in the early 50s. But if hope alone won't get it done, the thinking here is to throw in some dough as well. That's funny. They use like dough and money. Okay. But so, guys, what do you think about this story? I'm thinking a couple things here. Number one, the people that they want to move to Cumberland are not going to be the people that probably move there. That's number one. America's demographics have shaped and changed very much over the last 40 years. So, if they're wanting it to be like an old Italian town or I don't know, it's just not going to be that way probably. America doesn't look that way anymore. That's just the facts. I think that paying people 10 people, $20,000 for 10 people, honestly, I don't think that's worth it. I think they could have paid less and asked for more people. Like $20,000 for 10 people. 10 people is not going to boost the town. So me personally, I don't think it's beneficial for the town. If I were someone who was interested, it would be beneficial for me if they accepted me, or anybody that's remote working and stuff like that. But for this mayor to announce that they're going to spend $20,000 for just 10 people, like, so that's really not, because that's all he could probably afford. If he went lower, he could probably get more people, but will they come for a lower price? Probably not, right? The thing is, too, is that when these people come to this town, what's going to make them stay? I think fostering community is really what they need to work on as well. It's not enough just for like a remote worker from a random company to come and move for $20,000. Well, after they get the money and whatever agreement they have on paper to stay for whatever years, they could just leave and then you're back to square one. It's not really sufficient for building a actual thriving community in the long term, if you ask me. But what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think, and let's look into these 70 places that have paid. Let's look into that. Okay, so this was back in 2021, but they said 70 other cities have done this. So Vermont, the state of Vermont was also paying $7,500 for you to move there. Pretty interesting. So Vermont was also doing this program back in 2021. They were saying relocation bonuses for remote workers back in actually 2018. But this article was posted in 2021. Let's see. So other states seeking help too. We've got Oxnard, California. They were giving $1,000 bonuses to frontline workers. Florida was handing out bonuses. Minnesota planned to distribute, but that was for frontline workers, not really to move there. So it looks like realistically, Vermont was the only one really paying people, like them wanting remote workers to move. It wasn't about the frontline workers during the pandemic. So let me know what you guys think about this story. Would you move to Cumberland, Maryland for $20,000? Yay or nay? Right? And would you move there if you had a family, or would it be dependent on just you being by yourself and a remote worker? I'm really interested to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. And until next time.